Friendly rivalry, shall we say, but right now there's nothing friendly about this contest. One of these teams gonna go through, one of these teams gonna go out after the amount of hard work. Your boy Q, you and I get the pleasure of watching Limitless versus Onlyphans.
Let's get down to it. Sure, it guarantees us an SSA is here to continue to show that at least when it comes to the kings of SSA, that's them. I think this is going to be one of those that we see tussle back and forth. I feel like game one is going to be so important for Onlyfans, but Snowy doesn't need but 40 seconds to find the lace and Limitless take the lead.
Straight away, Onlyfans pushed onto the defensive line for the majority of this, and eventually
Limitless here. They mentioned it at the top. Weelu has done it before against this Limitless squad in the past. Maybe can bring a little bit of that experience to the table, but right now it's been the experience, the pressure to die for a wide open net, and Limitless going to be up by 2.
Well, you got to start somewhere, and it's got to be from getting out of your own half there. Fortuitous touch from Shadow leaves it wait.
We'll keep the ball past Sweaty, however, which you even see a quick little bounce or a little bit of a bump on that back player, trying to at least slow down, make sure the rotation isn't too fast. As far as for Onlyfans, they need to start with 1. Happy Meal says, I'll do it right here, son, and it's going to be 2-1.
Happy Meal found no joy in the end, so he takes it on the ground, and this cheekiest little pass underneath the diving defender comes into this matchup. Starts at a chance for Onlyfans to come back down, keep pressure on the Limitless side as they have been doing so well.
A 4th defender, I'll take that. Happy Meal on the counter attack, and it's 2-2 here. Look at this play for Weelu, able to jump up, able to take the cookies, hands it on up for Happy Meal, and it's too easy, baby. All tied up.
Happy Meal used to be called a slow passive player, and there he is in the thick of it. Quickly leaps into the air, realizes that 50 is going their way, and manages to sink it home. Onlyfans now not just stifling Limitless, but only for the meantime, it seems. They managed to get 2 goals back. But Snowy, if anyone has ever shown that they do not take well to goals against them, it's these two together.
That's big because that clear is going to buy themselves some space. It's going to buy themselves some time as well. At least 6 seconds here before we could see Onlyfans try to be able to switch the field. Now going to be doing so here is Shadow. Look at the flick of the wrist. That's going to tie things up. And Onlyfans bring this thing all knotted up.
Oh, that's nice. Shadow picks it up on the bonnet, gets that flick around there, just that extra bit of pace, and even with the desperately diving Snowy in the back line, Limitless lose their lead once more, and we head to our final 30 seconds, absolutely locked up in this matchup.
I feel like that last play is a real perfect example of where Onlyfans needs to focus. Their ability to flip the field and turn that defense into offense super quick there should be what's really going to be needed against the boys in blue. Shadow here, 1 touch up to the sky, able to get it at pass. Happy Meal on the low side. It's not a wide open net though. To die for reads it, gets the save. It hasn't got out of the zone here. 3 seconds still left. Ball still going to be in the air. To die for says, let me try and carry it coast to coast, but it's going to be Weelu off the backboard. You got to get this ball down, Snowy, bang, and Limitless take game 1.
Oh, if you ever wanted to put a dead ball into the hands of one of your players, that's to die for, to carry it the length and then forces the jump out of 2 defenders, and yet Onlyfans unable to reach that. They tried so hard, they fought back so valiantly, and yet still within regulation time. The pressure, get a breakaway, send it down to the other side of the field. It's going to do 2 things. It's going to be a great way to score good goals, and it's going to mean Limitless has to second guess how much they're really throwing into any attack.
Let's head into game number 2 here. Let's see if Onlyfans can bring things back and knot things up. Nice shot coming across, and Sweaty from maybe looking for a double tap off that back wall, but the pressure from the die for one of the best the region has to offer, if not the best. Keeping and being a nuisance in the air, which just allows more time for Limitless to walk up the field, and Sweaty will eventually find the hole in the net, and they're going to be up by 1.
To die for held it up there, and Snowy goes for the pass down to Sweaty. I thought that was going to be another attempt to try.
Weelu still keeps it alive on that offensive half.
Great touch out there. Doesn't manage to get the second one. Turns into a pass for Limitless. And Limitless actually broken. The big dunk from Happy Meal. Able to just trickle down the side of the field. and it looked tenuous at best, with Shadow missing that extra touch, but given away immediately by an overly enthusiastic Limitless side.
Well, so it feels like game 3, oh so important. You've knotted it up, but you got to find a way out of your defensive half for now.
Dive4 manages to pick this ball up, that takes control of it, manages to get the dribble going, and we talk about the mechanical skill. That's not to say Limitless has forgotten how to do the individual plays, and of course, led by this person who's been touted by so many of us as one of the...
But now for Onlyfans, they've got 84 seconds to try and find a resolution, try and find themselves a response. Otherwise, you've already got Limitless halfway there, trying to solidify their spot in the top 4. You know what? Let's not see it rain. How about we make it snow here? Up by 2 is Limitless.
When the snow falls from the ceiling at that pace, it's not the beautiful wonderland that you would want to be experiencing. Instead, it's the blizzard that comes and removes fingers and removes hopes and dreams shrouded in there. And Limitless going to pick up a second goal lead, but they're going to give it away just as quickly. With the darkness comes the shadow, and to die for just unable to break this out. A good aggressive play from Weelu to slide it across the goals, and Shadow waiting patiently there, finds an open net, finds a goal back for the Onlyfans side.
I do gotta feel like we gotta take credit for that a little bit. We were just hyping the praises of Snowy, and then it's a big whiff that causes it, but the die for says, I got your back, big dog, off the kickoff, able to slam this thing on home, and Limitless back up into the lead by 2.
Yeah, I mean, these teams are starting to bring out the big guns.
I say, other than like the one, we've seen 2, I think it was kickoff goals this game from Limitless. I mean, Onlyfans, otherwise, you're pretty well standing toe-to-toe with this squad. The only problem is you're running out of time, because to die for, gonna drop another one. The hat trick for my dog. And now it's gonna be a 3-goal lead, and when you try and build some momentum, it's hard to do so when Limitless continue to be relentless at the net.
You know, the 2 games that they lost were versus Mobula and Astronic, and so losing those is not unfair. But I mean, Limitless, they didn't struggle at all versus Astronic yesterday. A clean 3-0 sweep means that they may just actually have that bit of an extra break, a difference in standard between the 2 teams. But the game's not over. It is Astronic. Now Snowy gonna get that counter-attack opportunity. Happy Meal takes to the sky. He's got to die for to beat. To die for's jumped early. Happy Meal tries to show some innovation. Shadow finds it high. Weelu gonna find the goal though. It took the entire team. It took patience. It took adaptation. But they did it. They forced this tooth and nail, and they threw everything that they had at it, and it comes to fruition. And found that bit of surety in this game by getting in the second goal, and a lot of that comes down to Sweaty, especially on that back line doing work. Happy Meal tests to die for. He takes it slow, doesn't get the connection, but Happy Meal, he's going to read it from outside of his own first touch, and with to die for not able to turn this aside, Happy Meal will grab that with glee. Just final 20 seconds, still 2 goals, and Limitless certainly might start to face the reality of losing their first game in the series.
Gotta give it up for Onlyfans to be able to keep the composure playing 3v4, but you know what? Sweaty says it ain't over yet. That demo from Snowy left a big old opening on that left side of the net. Sweaty makes the adjustment, slots it on in. And now with 9 seconds, the boys in blue look to take all of the wind out of the sails over from Onlyfans. You don't win the kickoff with Snowy there to at least progress the ball forward. You'll win the second one. The second touch up in the air to die for. No, Sweaty, yes! Is that in? And Limitless ties it up.
How do they do this? 2 out of their 3 games. They come back in this one with even more to prove in 10 seconds. They get the first goal. They give themselves the smallest opening, and they find the second shot in the top right-hand second. This is entertainment. We told you guys this was going to be one of the most anticipated shows of the year. And it's, of course, living up to that. Limitless, they've done it twice already. Onlyfans, they've forced to do it one more time if they want to bring a game back towards themselves, try and really open up the series. They found an opportunity. Happy Meal gonna take a soft shot across. He finds the pass. Weelu pre-jumps it and sends it home. Limitless, not this time.
able to take game 3, and this was necessary. Look at Wheelu says, "I Pele," with the kick on into that bottom right-hand corner there as well, and what a highlight of a play to take game 3. I was about to say how important game 3 was in overtime here, Ult, because if they and able to make the beast bleed, can you get yourself a second in game number 4?
And that's the thing, it wasn't just a single goal that they were able to eke out and then hold and park the bus for the entirety. They did it, they got themselves a 2-goal lead, they managed to bring it back in overtime, and so it seems that there's a lot to be figured out, but they've got to figure out their own defense first. Onlyphans give away a soft goal, the double commit here into the corner. They turned at the wrong time, and there's just no one at home and to die for.
In the corner, though, Sweaty doesn't have anything to be able to clear out from here. Wheelu should be able to close this gap. Requires to die for coming up behind. It's a 1v1, one of the best to get it done, and that's going to be left off for Snowy, and it's a 2-0 lead.
Limitless's composure is incredible right now, whether it's on their own baseline or to die for. We talk about his innovation. He realizes that they've got the overlap and goes, I'm not.
Shadow needed to keep the control. Our Happy Meal does get a touch on it that at least sends things from one corner towards the other here as well. And every time Limitless gets it down here into this half, it looks so scary. And it's because of plays like that to die for, able to punch it home. And look at this pass here from Sweaty as well.
This is brilliant. Again, you've got one defender to beat, and instead of trying always talk about having an arsenal that is deep into their pockets, and they've brought out even more right now. We go into game number 5, what could be potentially the last one, and I know that a lot of the panel did say that this could be ended. Nasty flick to be able to try and center it a little bit, keeps this opportunity alive for Onlyfans. A decent pinch from Happy Meal, but a little bit too much vigor on it this time. Sends it across, slow pass to the center. Happy Meal turns at the perfect time. And Onlyfans, they tried time and time again, but it's the softest little delicate feed from Shadow to find the teammates and find the open in the entirety of one game. When Onlyfans did pick up the lead, they went on to win the game. But Limitless is certainly looking like a team who's got something more to prove. That is a pass! That pass was phenomenal! Draws out the defenders, and who else but to die for? The collections there, second touch across the field. Sweaty pushing up into the perfect position.
For to die for, they just went ahead for a shot for themselves. Wheelu up in the air here as well, looking for the double tap down, unable to connect. And now you got everyone pressed forward. Who's got their hands caught in the cookie jars? Yeah, you Onlyfans, all of you. Limitless gonna go up by 1.
Oh, a break-in mentality. 2 players go in early, and the third man contests the difficult bounce on the side. Round still questions yet to be answered, and 40 seconds left to try and find some way back.
I thought Limitless was about to find themselves a quick breakaway goal there. Happy Meal, that's dangerous. Snowy's gonna make you pay, and Limitless up by 2. And it feels like that's gotta be the security blanket that they were wanting.
A demo that you hear off in the distance must have sent shivers down the spine of Happy Meal.
10, and they needed 1 on this trip here, so just that big goal clear pretty well makes it mathematically impossible at this point. You would love to maybe at least have 1 to hang your hat on there at the end, but you know the boys in blue ain't going to give it to you. Matter of fact, they're getting 1 more for the road, and it's 4-1.
Man, 4-1, and not just in terms of the final game score, but the series as a whole clinched out in a rather dominant fashion.